Hello everyone, welcome back to more Journeyman Project 1, Pegasus Prime. I have a few things I want to go over with you before we get back into the game here. So the inventory, you get 9 slots, and once you fill all of 9 slots, then the game will remove an item from your inventory. And it'll be an item that doesn't have a function later, so you won't end up losing something that you might need to complete a puzzle or whatever. So if we ever do get to a point where all of these 9 slots are filled, then it will automatically get rid of this drinking beverage glass. And then I found out what the keybind is that was represented by E ? It's not saying ? Because of a problem in ScumVM. It's supposed to be a hidden keybind because the E stands for Easter egg, and apparently in this game, when you click on something to interact with it, if you hold the E key while you're doing that action, if there's an Easter egg to be revealed, I guess it will be revealed at that point if you're holding that key. So that's what that represents in this game. And I can't be bothered to do that, so I'm not going to be messing with that anyway, but that's what it's for. Alright, and then one other thing here. These are going to be all the major areas that we're going to visit. NORAD, which is basically like I think it's an underwater facility, like a command center. And then Morimoto Colony is a Mars base on Mars. Caldoria, Airborne Metropolis, that's where we are. Not at the moment, we're actually at the TSA right now, where we work, but where we live was on Caldoria. And then the last area is the World Science Center. Also, you'll see it written as WSC. The game, to a point, is semi-non-linear in the fact that you can go to any of these areas at any time. Right now, I don't know that we can go back to Caldoria, even if we wanted to. But the NORAD, Morimoto Colony, and the World Science Center, we can go to any 3 of these locations that we want to, but we may run into obstacles like locked doors or a puzzle we can't solve because you need an item from a previous area. So just know that there's not a right or wrong way. There's just kind of a best or least backtracking method of picking the areas. The order, I'll tell you the order here that I'm going to be following. Look back at my notes here. So we started off in Caldoria, and then we teleported to the TSA, which is where we are right now. Then we went to the prehistory area to get the Journeyman key. This one. We got that from the prehistory area, which we're getting ready to use if we didn't use it already in the last video. I think we did. I think we may have used it in the last video. But if not, we'll be using it in this video to access all this computer's information. So that's what we used that for from prehistory. We came back to TSA, and then now we're going to be presented with the options to go to these other areas. I'm going to go to the Morimoto Colony first after this. Then I'm going to go to the World Science Center, and then NORAD. And then the game will basically end back here in Caldoria. So don't go by the way this is listed as far as alphabetically, or don't go by the year or date either as to the order of which you should do it in. I think the order I have it in Morimoto World Science Center and NORAD. I think those will be the best order to tackle the game in, as far as having what we need when we go to each zone, and or finding what we need for each consecutive zone by getting them from the ones that we were in previously. So that's going to be kind of my method as far as how I tackle the game. And let's see, we got any information here, any other information. Okay, that basically covers it. Yeah, a little bit of how the inventory works, that E keybind, and then the order that I'm going to be going to these areas in. So now we'll finish reading this computer here. And we'll start with the area we're going to go to after this first, which would be 2185 Morimoto Colony on Mars. Okay, temporal discrepancy analysis. So we have a unaltered version, and then we have an altered version because a temporal rip has been detected in these areas. So let's watch the unaltered first.
August 3rd, 2185. Early today, the pilot of a cargo shuttle approaching the Morimoto Mars colony spotted an unidentified spacecraft in orbit over the colony. The sighting was verified by landing base scanners and immediately reported to Earth. Soon after, the ship sped off towards the outer reaches of the solar system. This first governmentally verified encounter with an alien race has already prompted the leaders of the world to start emergency closed-door meetings to discuss the implications of this monumental event.
Okay. Now we're going to watch the altered version.
8/3/2185, 0800 hours. Morimoto Corporation's Mars Colony project suddenly went offline last night, just moments after the pilot of a cargo shuttle spotted an unidentified spacecraft in the area. While it is still unclear what has happened, many believe that the colony may have been destroyed by a malevolent alien race. Repeated efforts to contact the colony have met with no success, but before the comlink to the colony was terminated, the sighting of the alien spacecraft, its rapid departure, and a subsequent unexplained explosion were recorded by long-range sensors on Phobos and verified by Earth authorities.
Okay. It's kind of funny because this game's old. Watching that lady's eyes, you can see him going left to right because she's, reading a script. It's not like she's got it memorized or anything. Okay, so in the unaltered, we made alien contact, and then in the altered we didn't. And we're in the middle right now of these occurrences. So something has happened to cause us to not make contact with the alien species, which is not good. So yeah, you click back up here on this arrow and it will take you back to the previous listing. I guess it goes green to let you know you've looked at it. Okay, then the next area, should have done Caldoria first. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so unaltered.
More than a century after the first confirmed sighting of a UFO, aliens have finally made contact with Earth. Early this morning, a huge triangular-shaped vehicle entered into Earth's orbit. After 3 hours, the spacecraft came through the atmosphere and hovered over Caldoria. Moments later, the following message was transmitted over all communication frequencies.
We are the Cerolans. Please do not be alarmed. We have come because we feel that you are ready. You have reached a point where you are no longer dangerous to yourselves or others. This is why we've chosen to invite you to join us, the symbiotry of peaceful beings. We are an alliance of sentient beings beings whose objective is to benefit from the sharing of knowledge and culture. We know that it will take some time to fully comprehend the significance of this encounter, so we will give you the opportunity to deliberate our proposal. On this same day, 10 years from now, a Cyrillan delegate will visit you to extend a formal invitation to join the symbiotry. Until then, we look forward to meeting you in person.
And as suddenly as they had appeared, the Cyrollans departed, leaving Earth to ponder the implications of their existence and their incredible proposal.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize that I didn't do Caldoria first. Affected event, not an actual source of a temporal rip. Okay, let's watch the Altered.
Today, 123 years after the first official UFO encounter, an alien spacecraft entered into Earth's orbit. After several hours of silence and mounting tension, the aliens transmitted the following message over all communication frequencies.
We will return when you are ready.
While no one is quite sure what this message means, many leaders have voiced concern about interacting with an obviously powerful and potentially dangerous alien race.
Okay. Alright, now we'll do World Science Center, Sydney, Australia. Unaltered.
January 17th, 2310. The Symposium on Alien Contact began today at the World Science Center in New Sydney, Australia. The debate centered around whether humans are ready for interaction with alien races. One speaker, Dr. Enrique Castillo, had a particularly moving speech. Dr. Castillo embarrassed the naysayers by systematically shooting down their arguments and thrilled the attending scientific community with visions of medical and technological advances which could be gained by such interaction. Although there were strong keynote speeches on both sides of the argument, most of those in attendance appeared to be in favor of alien contact.
And the altered version.
1/17/2310, 1800 hours. Dr. Enrique Castillo, a well-known biologist and advocate for establishing alien relations, was murdered earlier today. During his speech at the Symposium on Alien Contact in New Sydney, Australia, Castillo was speaking on stage at the World Science Center when the single shot from an unknown assailant was fired. He was later pronounced dead on arrival at the Darling Harbour Medical Complex. The murderer is still at large. Dr. Castillo was the most outspoken at the debates and firmly believed that contact with alien races would be beneficial to humanity. Although his views were not mainstream, Dr. Castillo's contributions to the pro-alien movement will be greatly missed.
Okay. So yeah, basically when we go to the World Science Center, we're going to have to try to prevent him from getting killed. Alright, the last one is NORAD, unaltered.
May 15, 2112. The government of Gorbistan appears ready to agree to the terms of the Worldwide Unification Treaty being set forth by the United Nations. However, at least one terrorist faction disagrees with the terms of the plan and has expressed this disagreement by taking hostages. Nevertheless, it appears that the Worldwide Unification Treaty will be signed by Gorbistan and all other nations of the world.
And altered.
5/15/2112, 1400 hours. Today, amid negotiations to work out the final details of the Worldwide Unification Treaty, a nuclear missile was launched by the United States toward the country of Gorbistan. The missile, however, self-destructed before actually touching down. Before the scare, the leaders of this country appeared to be ready to accept the terms of the peace plan. Although the U.S. officials have repeatedly stated that they don't understand how the missile could have been launched, other foreign governments have already said that they cannot possibly sign a treaty with a country that would use such scare tactics. Thus, the Worldwide Unification Treaty, which has come so close to realization, now has little or no chance for ratification.
After I was alerted that you had the historical log, I began monitoring your actions. I just downloaded the information regarding the temporal distortions. I still can't believe it has really happened. I'm reviewing all of the information about this matter, but it's obvious I can't risk sending you back to change things now. My life in the only world I have ever known is at stake, and no one, no matter what the regulations say, is going to change it for better or worse. As of this moment, consider yourself a hostile enemy of the state. I'm sending robots 1 and 2 to guard the command center door until I can figure out how to dispose of you. I'm sorry, Agent 5, but once I destroy the historical log you brought back from the prehistoric site, the only memories of your world will be in your head. And that's where they're going to stay.
Initiating auto-activation of Contingency Program 13, which states, any attempt to obstruct a TSA agent while on a mission is a direct violation of TSA Regulation 11. Override code implemented. Attempting to establish link with Command Central Computer Core. IO link established. Agent 5, you may now utilize the TSA Central Computer.
New target acquired. Rerouting robots.
Uh-oh.
Rerouting robots.
Okay. Oh man, that guy, I don't know his name, but he's not really a great actor, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so they sent the 2 little robots that were in these circles here to guard our door. And she overrided the lockdown he put on us so that we can, I guess, maybe hack this thing. Let me try to make a save.
Agent 5, you must use the Pegasus device to restore the proper flow of history by repairing all 3 of the temporal distortions. Travel back to each of the affected time zones and prevent the primary events that initiated each of the anomalies. It is paramount that you observe the temporal integrity mandates and not further disturb the past in any way.
Okay.
You are within the underground installation of the Temporal Security Annex. However, various temporal anomalies indicate that this altered TSA may have been adversely affected by these distortions. Recommend extreme caution when interacting with other humans, as they may also be affected.
Alright. So it's giving us an option to click down here. I want to do this just to see what it does.
With access to the central computer, you may now be able to reprogram the hostile sentries.
Okay. So she's just letting us know we can do that.
It appears that the Contingency Program 13 has given you direct access to the mission subroutines of the security mechs. From here, you may be able to reprogram the directives of the robots. With this access, you will be able to reprogram the objectives of the robots, directing them to guard another location. Drag the door icon near the current robot's location to another door that will grant you a safe path to the Ready Room and Pegasus.
Okay. So you get 3 different hints, not all the time, but sometimes, in situations like this. Well, you know, when the AI chip is active. I just wanted to see what it would do. Alright, let's click this. Okay, that takes us back out. Okay. So... set, click, and drag.
New target acquired.
Gotcha.
Rerouting robots.
You don't need to drag anything, you just need to click it.
Rerouting robots.
Okay, so put them up here so that way we can go to the ready room and get out of here. should save just to be safe. I wonder if we can turn and see them. No. Let's go down there and mess with them. Probably get a death scene. Just want to see what they... I'm sure we'll get killed. Yeah. Standing right there. Blown away. The guard mechs are programmed to eliminate any perceived threat to TSA security. You just learned the hard way that they take their orders very seriously. Okay. Alright. Keep going. Okay, there shouldn't be anything else for us to collect because we've collected everything. We just need to go down to the teleporter.
Access authorized for Agent 5G Blackwood. Biosuit detected. Suit already in place. Please keep hands inside turbolift.
Another thing worth mentioning is when you go to these areas, your energy starts to drain. You kind of think of your energy as a timer. But your energy will start draining when we teleport to these other areas, and I think you're roughly given like 2 hours of like real time, not game time, but real time, 2 hours before it'll drain from like full 100%. But once you get warned or see that you're getting low, you just come back here and then it will refill. And then you can go back and pick up what you were doing. So yeah, it'll start draining as soon as you get somewhere, as far as what I remember. Okay, we need to find the entrance that has the Pegasus on it. There it is.
Wait, let's talk this over. I'm sure we can figure something out. I will give you anything.
According to TSA Regulation 11, all communication and data links to the outside must be severed to prevent possible obstructions from hindering the completion of the mission. Now proceeding with the I.O. isolation procedures.
Good. Don't have to talk to that guy anymore.
Time-bending preparations complete. You may now choose your temporal destination.
Okay. I don't know what. Start of the rip. I don't know which is which. Obviously we're here, but I don't know where it's going to take me. Okay. We get a chance to back out. Alright, that's NORAD 6. Mid-Atlantic Ocean. There's Mars. World Science Center. Of course, we're on Caldoria, where we are at present. Alright. So we want to go to Mars first. That's where I'm going to attempt to go first. Alright, here we go.
You are about to travel to the Morimoto Mars colony during the year 2185. Analysis of the compared history records indicates that there are 2 events that did not occur in the correct history. The Morimoto colony should not have been destroyed, and the alien ship orbiting Mars should have been able to leave undamaged. You must ensure that these events unfold properly in order to restore the correct order of events.
I miss the cool music that used to play in the original when you did this teleporting ship.
Shuttle 1 has just departed from the East Gantry.
Okay. Let's make a save. Yeah, there used to be this long 10-minute process, it seemed like, going between the TSA and the different areas in the original. It would take forever. There was like this long, slow process cutscene. And it had this really cool, kind of distorted sound, time-bending song that played when you did it. And I thought it was pretty cool, but they took it out of the remake, apparently. Alright.
Your immediate mission is to prevent the destruction of the Morimoto Mars colony.
Alright.
You are on the shuttle docking gantry of the Morimoto Mars colony. The former mining operation is being discontinued, and the colony is currently being remodeled to serve as a vacation resort.
Okay, let's look around. So we're just looking out glass here. Okay, exit. Okay, it's locked. That's how you know it's locked. Because you break your face on the door trying to walk into it. Some weird ambiance going on in the background.
Bienvenue à la colonie Morimoto sur Mars. Nous vous souhaitons une visite formidable.
No idea what she just said.
Shuttle lock active. Launch not authorized.
Okay. Little escalator.
Bienvenidos a la colonia marciana Morimoto. Disfruten su visita.
Shuttle lock active. Launch not authorized.
Okay.
Welcome to the Morimoto Mars colony. Have a wonderful stay.
Thank you.
Shuttle lock active. Launch not authorized.
Okay, so we got 3 airlocks. Mars colony main entrance. Whoa.
Out of my way, human, or die.
Tried to move. Okay, just get choked out.
Tunnel pod has just departed upper transport sector.
Where'd he go? Guess he went that way. Dude just choked me out. Maintenance transport. Okay. Get a lay of the land here before I start going in any doors. Can't click that. Okay, he came from there.
All arriving tourists are required to check in at reception area. Please refer to gantry kiosks for maps and information of the Morimoto Mars colony.
Okay. Ore processing machine room.
Warning, there is a serious lack of oxygen beyond this door. Another direction may be advisable.
Alright, I'll take that as a tip. Where did this go? Maintenance transport. Okay. So this is the main reception area right here. So let's do this first. And we will actually stop this video right here, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.